When inspecting the plow, make sure that the curb guards are in good condition, that there's plenty of material on the edges. Inspect the structure of the plow to make sure that all the welds are in good condition, that everything is affixed and in good shape. At all the pivot points, make sure that the cotter pins are in place and bent so that they don't pull out, and make sure that the cable isn't frayed, that the cable is affixed and secure over the pulley and down to the other side. The hydraulics for the plow are located in this enclosure on the driver's side of the vehicle. You'll need to inspect for hydraulic fluid level. You should unlatch in the front and again in the rear. Lift the lid up to remove it. And then from the rear, feel for the cap and remove it. And use the dipstick to indicate the level of fluid. Make sure that it's topped off. To raise the plow, depress the button on the controller. It'll turn red to indicate operation. Hold the button until it's at the level you desire, or when the pitch changes to indicate that it's fully in the position, fully at the extreme up or down position. When changing the angle of the plow left to right, you hold the button and the plow will dive down when adjusting in the up position. You should only adjust the plow for angle left right in the full down position so that the blade remains parallel with the surface. Then when you lift up, it'll remain parallel. Otherwise, the edge of the blade would scrape the ground during transit. The monitor for the camera can display the views from the camera simultaneously or one at a time. Press the mode button to get views simultaneously. 3 views, 4 views, and once again to the single view. You have the reverse camera, the plow curb camera, the blind spot camera, and the liquid and solid distribution camera. When using the plow position and the plow to the curb camera, the monitor should be turned to the vertical position so that you can see the edge of the plow in regards to how close you are to the curb. The controller for the body is located on top of the doghouse in the cab. It provides you what the air temperature and road temperature is, as well as what the hydraulic pump PSI and the load PSI are in the system. To change from sodium acetate and potassium acetate, you need to push this left button 2 times. You could select anti-ice for the liquid, potassium acetate, or you can select pellet for the sodium acetate, and then return to the menu for that system by pressing the left button again. When in the anti-icing menu, with auto selected, it will only spray solution when the truck is in motion and will automatically adjust for gallons per lane mile. To start, turn the system on. Turn the left knob to the indicated gallon per mile desired. Then center boom will distribute in the lane that you are traveling in. If you activate the left boom button, it will spray in the lane to the left, and just likewise the right boom button. You can see that they turn red when they are activated. If you want to pause the system, to press the right button to pause the system, and once again to unpause the system when desired. If you'd like to blast an area of the roadway, you should have the area or the lane selected that you'd like to blast, and then hold the blast button and release. It will automatically time out. If you want continued blast, you could hold the button down for as long as you'd like. If you'd like to operate in manual mode, switch from auto to manual, and then when you turn the system on with this left button, it will, whether stationary or in motion, it'll distribute the liquid at the rate that you select in gallons per miles. You could turn on the left, center, or right, combination of all in manual mode, and no matter what the speed you are traveling, it will always distribute at this rate. Blast mode is still enabled. Well, it will distribute at its maximum rate even in manual mode, and you could pause the system the same manner as in auto with the right button. To change over to pellet, press the left knob 2 times, select pellet in this menu, and then return to the operational display. To unload the solid salt from the body, set it to pellet, come back to the controller screen, make sure that it's on manual, turn the system on, and increase the auger rate with the middle knob to the maximum of 100%. If you'd like to pause, you could pause the unload of the body with the right button. The spinner will not spin in this configuration with the spinner up. To illuminate the strobe lights or the work lights on the doghouse over the engine, you'll see the buttons. They illuminate when activated. To turn on the deluge system, the switch is located to the right of the steering wheel. Push and hold the button or switch in the on position to flush the windows of snow and ice, as well as the side view mirrors. To activate the body systems, you have to enable the PTO with the truck on. To press the switch, and it will illuminate. The PTO override button should never be depressed. That is only for service.